So good afternoon from Bangladesh, and thank you very much for joining today's session. And now it is 3 p.m. Bangladesh Standard Time. So this is the second session of today's masterclass, and now we shall be talking about project proposal writing and submission. So if we discuss project proposal writing, it means we are also covering project concept note development, because concept note is the shortest form of project proposal, where donor wants that more organizations can take part in the bid of a project project awarding procedure. Then the donor asks for project concept note. Otherwise, they ask for project proposal. So welcome again, and let's start with the session. So there is a formal theoretical definition of project proposal. The project proposal is the initial document used to define an internal or external project. The proposal includes sections such as title, start and end dates, objectives and goals, requirements, and a description of the proposed solution. So I think one of us can share what is project proposal. What do you really want to define? If you are asked to define project proposal, how will you define project proposal, or what do you think? Even you can share in Bangla. Okay. So there is a common question for all of you. What do you think about the elements of a project proposal? So already we have mentioned some of the points or ingredients of a project proposal. So if we want, you can list down on your notebook. Later you can match with the discussions we will go through. Like the first page can be a cover page of the proposal, where we need to put the title of the project or project's name, the name of the donor, the name of the implementing partner, project period, proposed budget, project location, address of the organization, and contact person. So this is a very short glimpse of the entire project. And we don't need to mention any detailed thing, only the short, small terminological things we need to put here. And for project's name or title, many of the donors and project management experts, project managers, and project developers, they want to give unique names to their projects, like, for example, a project's name is prevention of abuse to women and bringing resilience for them. Maybe this is the full name of the project, but they give the short name Power Project. Power means prevention of women and bringing resilience for them. So you can also put this type of short one-word name to your project if you want, or if your donor agrees, or if your organization agrees. Then project summary. Also, many people can use interchangeable terms for this person, like executive summary or project introduction. And it's an abstract of the total project or project description or the project concept note. And in a project summary section or executive summary, one can describe in a paragraph or using bullet points or serial number or A, B, C, D, like these things: introduction to the organization with its alignment with its mission and core values, name of the project area where the project developer can add or include a geographical map of the project with a specification. Then also project beneficiaries. He can also add a short analysis of beneficiary using the SAD explanation. Means SAD means sex, age, and disability disaggregated data. And problems identified means the main problems identified which will be addressed through this project, and propose solutions to solve the identified problems. An impact of the project in future, how the project will impact the community, or how it will impact by bringing change on the basis of the solutions offered to encounter the problems identified, and how the project will bring sustainable change in the community or project location, or in the other areas. Now, one can really uh, put only the introduction to the project in this section, but also one can put executive summary and project summary. At the same time, it's also can be expected by the donors. So if the donor's prescribed format dictates to put project introduction, maybe we'll put a paragraph of 10 to 12 lines, sentences. But if there is independence to start as per the organization's format, so organization can put an executive summary or project summary, because in executive summary or project summaries are much more impactful and informative, and also eye-catching for the donors. Till this slide, if you have any question. Okay, now we can put introduction to the organization because uh, donors wants to see a brief introduction to the organization, as donors have, or grant managers or fundraising experts has little opportunity to get through an organizational profile. And so this introduction helps them to get through the organization uh, in short, in brief, and maybe it will help them to understand the strength and other things of the organization. So in this section, one needs to be very brief and precise. One can put uh, name of the organization, a very brief history or background, experience, mission, vision, core values, core competencies, programmatic approach, achievements, and projects completed. And also one can also add how many donors they work with, and also the budgetary figure or the size of the budget they have managed. Anything you want to add, or you want to you want me to go forward? Anything I missed here?
Hello.
Yes, please.
The point pragmatic approach. Can you please explain further what it is?
Okay, a programmatic approach is, let me explain with example, first theory, then example. Programmatic approach means every organization has their own history, background, upbringing, becoming an organization and flourishing as an organization. They have their own different distinct experience, own mission, vision, core values, and competencies. So on the basis of history, background, experience, mission, vision, core values, and a strategic plan and core competencies, they define their programmatic approach. How? Means what program they will run and what will be their approach to a program. For example, an organization which has experience for 40 years in child protection. So maybe you will see that in their programmatic approach, they put child protection as a very important cross-cutting issue. But if you offer them a disaster risk reduction management program, maybe they will not feel so much confident. But if you ask them that, okay, you will run a child-centered disaster risk management program. So their programmatic approach is child-centered, so you can offer them different programs or projects related to child protection. So as this is their approach, and this is one approach. Maybe you will see another approach, like an organization which is kind of poverty reduction centered, or their core value or mission is productive poverty reduction. So you will see that in their programming, their office is decorated with local materials. They purchase and procure from local sources. They want to empower local suppliers. They want to recruit local community people, and they invest less resource on reporting. Rather, they want to mobilize communities. So this is their own programmatic approach. So these are the things, because we need to write briefly programmatic approach in project proposal so that the donor understand what is our strength and they can align their resources with us. For example, one has submitted a project proposal for women empowerment to a donor, and the donor is also ready to provide funds to women empowerment projects, but the donor has also another expertise or expectation as per their strategic plan. Like the donor has a strategic plan, and their strategic plan dictates them that, okay, in next 5 years, as we have women empowerment experiences, in next 5 years, we'll explore another area like women empowerment or feministic approach through engaging teachers. So they plan to expand their expertise in this area. So in your proposal, you have written as you have experience that you have working experience with teachers' professional development. This is one of your programmatic approach. So the donor asked you to submit a woman empowerment project. Okay, you have submitted a woman empowerment project, no problems. But that in your organization profile or introduction to the organization section, the donor finds that, okay, so you have also experience in teachers' professional development as it is matching with donors' strategic plan. Now donor thinks that, okay, so I better think of him or this organization, and donor take a note that, okay, this partner also has experience working with teachers' professional development, which is also a strategic objective of our organization, as it dictates by our strategic plan 2023 to 20. So that's how programmatic approach can allow the organization to express itself, its real strength. Have you got your answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So thank you. Please, if you have any question, always stop me and ask me. Let's move ahead. Now, literature review. It will be seen very rare. You will see this section in very rare cases because donors have very limited time to see it, or donor leaves no space or no row or column in their project proposal format or their proposed format like this. But it's better to practice and to exercise writing a literature review. It will not only help you to expand your expertise, but also it will enrich you in terms of keeping your project proposals in line with the most updated research and most updated information. So here you could add some literature review, maybe 3 to 4 literature review. You can complete it in 7 to 8 or 10 sentences, or 5 to 7 sentences, maybe one introductory sentence, maybe 1 or 2 sentences on one literature, 2 or 3 or 1 or 2 sentences on another literature, and 2 or 3 sentences on another literature, then a concluding sentence. So here you are really showing that you did some research before writing this project proposal, and you are putting your understanding and a gist of those literatures in this section, so that the donors will understand what are the literatures you've reviewed and what are the gist or summary or very short and brief description of those literatures. Project justification. Maybe you will see it or not, but it's better to have preparation. It's better to have the expertise in built in you as a project proposal developer or as a project designer. It's the why of the project, why the project has been taken, or why the change should happen, or why the results are needed, or why so it's to express why of the project, why the project has been taken, why the the project should run, why the intervention should be brought to to the to the people, to the intervention area, and how it will bring change to the beneficiaries, and how it will impact the life of the beneficiaries. So this is a very important section where you will get a chance to establish your own justification, and you will get an opportunity to establish your logic, why you need it, why the change should happen, why do you need the change. Then it's very common. The context analysis, you will see it now and then in almost all the project proposal, you will see a context analysis.
Hello.
So, please, sir.
Yes, before the content analysis, at the project justification stage, over there, will it be wrong if you bring to light the challenges in the area, for that matter, the reason for the project?
Okay. So can you tell your question again?
Let's say we are talking about the child abuse cases. Your project is about reducing the child abuse cases in the area.
Mm-hmm.
In trying to write the justification, will it be wrong if you indicate the prevalence of child abuse cases in the area? Then you justify that because of A, B, C, D that is happening in this particular area, there is the need to have this intervention of reducing the child abuse cases. That is why this project should come in. Can the justification be in that form?
Yes, and also if you add a literature review, your literature review will reinforce your justification. And in your proposal, if you don't add, or if there is no opportunity or space to add a literature review,
Okay.
you can also, you need to refer to literature, to research, to findings, to reports as citation with your justification. But if you have a literature review, you don't need to add it. Yes, you can put the points A, B, C, D, but you need to also put a citation or references with your points.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we are going slowly ahead. Now, context analysis. In almost all project proposals, you need to write context analysis. In some cases, maybe you will see some interchangeable terms like situation analysis, like project background, or any other terms, but a context analysis entails what are the situation prevailing in the area, and are among targeted populations, what should be there, what don't exist there but that's supposed to exist, what are the problems and solutions to, these are the things. And means in your context analysis you need to encounter these type of questions, but to make it more organized, you can use this simple method, pastel analysis. You know very well about pastel analysis. uh, uh, and as project proposals are really conditioned with space and even in some cases word limits. So as per the word limit, you can shorten or you can broaden your pastel analysis. Pastel stands for political, economical, social, technological, legal, and environmental analysis of the project location of and the targeted population or your targeted intervention area or theme. So if you see that there is a very strong tightened word limit, maybe you can add one or two sentences of each analysis, like to analyze the political situation or context of the location. Maybe you write 2 lines about the political situation or context of the area or of the community or the locality or the targeted population. On their economic condition, you can write 1 or 2 sentences, but if you get more space or independence, maybe you can add one para or one paragraph for each analysis. Like for political analysis, 3 to 4 lines, one paragraph. Economical analysis, 3 to 4 or 6 lines, one paragraph, like this. So if you finish this pastel analysis, it means it is giving the donor a context analysis of the locality, of the population, of the intervention area or the intervention theme. If you have any question, please. Otherwise, I'll go forward. Okay. So then, gender analysis, although we had presented set data in beneficiary analysis section, but in many cases, donors may ask you to present a gender analysis where you need to provide the beneficiary data, asset data, then the woman empowerment situation, gender-based violence situation, situation in terms of status of female girl child, and these things, like also financial conditions of the woman, and also if there are cases of other women empowerment related issues, you can present it here. But for sure, you must refer and also provide citation if it requires. Now,
Hello.
yes, sir.
At the gender analysis session, will it be, is it a requirement for every project proposal, or it is when the proposal has gender issues? For instance, assuming I'm looking for a funding for basic schools in my area, let's say for a library to be built, Would gender issues should I get something like that on it?
I think gender analysis is a cross-cutting issue in many cases. As you will see in all response programs in the world, humanitarian responses, and also in national agenda, or also in development programs, you will see that donors are putting gender analysis or gender issues, gender mainstreaming is a cross-cutting issue. So it's better to have some expertise to conduct gender analysis and to write gender analysis on a project proposal. So for any projects, for example, livelihood project, for a skill development project, for even species preservation project or conservation project, you can have a gender analysis, because every year gender is a cross-cutting issue. For example, you are writing a conservation program, nature conservation project, so you can present the data and information related to how women are engaging in how women are victimized or experiencing gender-based violence while they are going to the jungle and to collect their firewood. And also you can present that as these forestry is not being preserved, so our women cannot collect natural species to make natural medicine, to provide natural remedy to their families. So still now you can have a gender analysis, and you will find it, interestingly, you will find it.
Very clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now, beneficiary analysis, we have already talked about it. Set data, sex, age, and disability disaggregated data. Set, SADD. Set means sex, age, and disability disaggregated data. Once you can analyze this data, you are presenting three things together. Sex means, and also age disaggregated data, and gender and disability disaggregated data, or how many persons with disabilities do you have in this intervention. Then we need to write the goals, objectives, and outcomes of the project. Goal is long-term change or long-term impact. Objective is the specific thing you want. Outcome, the specific outcome which will be achieved by outputs and which are preconditions of objectives. Goal cannot be explained through activities, but the purpose of objective is objectives are the result, but outcomes are set to make it happen, to make the project happen. Then you, as a project manager or project developer or project designer, we need to write an implementation plan. In many cases, donors ask for an implementation plan once the award is awarded or the grant is awarded. Also, donors can ask before the implementation of the project. So implementation plan is an interchangeable term, but maybe it is called by as implementation strategy or work plan or activity plan or DIP. But DIP is a little bit tabular, and also it's kind of numerical, like a Gantt chart, but sometimes DIP is interchangeable with implementation plan, but it's true that DIP is a different tool. Sometimes it is interchangeable with the implementation plan, but not all the time. So in an implementation plan, one can put approaches, means project approaches, methodology of implementation, initiatives will be taken to implement the project, And if there's any other questions asked by the donor, means who, when, what, where, how, one needs to put these answers to these questions if it's asked. Approaches means like gender responsiveness, child-centeredness, like my project will be child-centered, it will be gender responsive, and it will be accountable to the beneficiaries. So there will be a CRM method applied, means complaint and response mechanism, like it will promote for example, disability or inclusive project where disability will be a cross-cutting issue. So these are the project management approaches. So you will write down one by one the approaches of your project. Then methods. What will be the method of implementation? There are many methods of project implementation. Maybe like somebody or many organizations prefers to implement project in a participatory method, like they engage all the beneficiaries and all the stakeholders, and also there are projects where they have a voluntary method, means they have less staff members, more volunteers, where volunteers perform crucial responsibilities of the project, because basically the youth-led organizations, because they have a lot of volunteers, unpaid and paid and less paid volunteers, because young boys and girls take part in the voluntary activism. So the youth-led organizations can implement a project less cost because they have a lot of volunteers to work without any cost or any payment or less payment. And initiatives, the initiatives will be taken to implement the project, like maybe paperless documentation. So it is an initiative, because means the project will consume less papers, means most of the things will be soft materials, like reporting, like documentation, the other things, and also maybe financial documentation, also accounting, bookkeeping, and list of accounts will be maintained online or through software. So these are the initiatives to be taken to implement this project. So you write down these things in your project proposal so that donor will understand how you will implement your project, and what's your methodology, and what's your philosophy of project implementation. So they will have the opportunity to judge your merit about the project. If you have any questions, please do ask, otherwise we can move ahead. Now, project management and organization. Project management means what will be the structure of project management, how the project management will happen. So in this section, one can put the project management structure, means the organization will form a project management committee, PMC, or project management and implementation committee, PMIC, or project management body, PMB, and you can write one paragraph on this, how this committee will manage the projects and supervise the project's progress, and also provide time to time feedback, and also monitor the project activities. Then in this section also you can put project organogram. What will be the administrative organogram of this project, the line management, and also reporting management, and also how the project will be organized, and how the reporting will happen, and also who will report whom, what will be the reporting timeline, what are the reports, what type of reports will be given to whom. So in this section, you can write down all these things. Then budget is really it will take only 2 lines. Main budget means total budget, then detailed budget. You cannot add detailed budget in the project proposal. You need to use an Excel sheet. So in this section, you will write down only the total value of the budget, and if donor asks to convert the value of the budget in donors currency, so you need to convert it. You need to show the converted amount also, and also you need to put the reference with a link which converter you have used to convert the currencies from your mother currency to the foreign currency. Then the famous Gantt chart. The Gantt chart is to show the timeline of a project. So to Gantt charting, you can use online Gantt charting tools or software, or you can simply make your own Gantt chart using a simple table. For example, planning. For example, in this project, there are 5 activities: planning, research, design, and implementation, and follow-up. Planning will happen from January 2019 to February 2019, and also March 2019, because we need to change, sometimes we need to change the plans. So that's why planning will not be ended as soon as the project is started. Maybe planning process can be active even after the initiation of the project. Then research will start in February and will end in March. Then the design will start at the first week of March and will end at the mid of April. Then implementation will start at the very beginning of April and will be ended in July. Then follow-up will happen from mid-July to mid-June to mid-July. So this is the Gantt chart, is a tabular presentation of an entire project through a timeline. Then action plan. Action plan means detailed activities, means detail of activities. Suppose you have an activity, conducting a training set, a 2-day long training session on child abuse reduction. So this is your activity. Now you have to put details. So to implement this activity, what will you do? You will hire, you will develop TUR for trainer, you will circulate for recruiting a trainer, you will recruit a trainer, develop training materials, develop a training handbook, invite, select the beneficiaries or training participants, invite training participants, hire or book a training venue, procure all the materials, print all the materials, organize, invite the participants, then organize, then report, then publish in national dailies, collect the paper cutting, and preserve all the materials. So these are the action plan. So the donor will understand that you know the activity, and also you have an action plan to succeed, to make the activity happen. Sometimes basically for SDG, for development projects, donors ask that how your project is aligning with the SDGs or SDG indicators. So you need to put that this project is fulfilling or is meeting SDG 17.1.A, SDG 18 point, or sorry, SDG 3.A point B point Roman 2. So you need to put this kind of information here. So for this, you as a project proposal writer or project developer or project designer, you need to have a very sound knowledge on SDG indicators. Then log frame, we already talked about log frame. Some donors may ask you to submit a separate log frame. Some donors will ask you to draw the log frame inside the project proposal. Then RASI chart. RASI chart is to show the donor that how project stakeholders will be engaged and participating in the project management and project implementation. So you need to draw the RASI chart. RASI means responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. So because as a project manager, you need to know how will you interact with the stakeholders and what will be their role and how you are engaging the stakeholders in project implementation. So RAS's chart is to show your capacity and your way of engagement or participating, making participation of the stakeholders in the project. So for example, there is an activity which is suppose define functional and aesthetic needs. So for this, you will inform the project officer needs to inform the project manager. He needs to inform the consultant, and he needs to consult with the architect. He needs to inform the contractor because he will supply the things, and he will client will be responsible for this thing. So this is the RASI chart. Once you can draw a RASI chart using software or your own diagram you can draw. Then meal plan, it's a different one, but many donors wants to say that you will draw a simple meal plan like 1 page or half page meal plan to make sure that you understand the project and you have a vision to make the project accountable and also to make it competent and also to make the project successful. And you have a plan to manage the activities effectively and efficiently. So meal plan, it can be half page, a very simple table where we need to you need to put the indicators, the method of measurement, method So meal plan, it's one doesn't need to draw a full meal plan here, but a very short, small table. Also donor may ask you to write in paragraph, means monitoring, maybe 2 to 3 or 4 lines, then evaluation, some lines, then accountability. How will you ensure accountability, and also a small learning plan. Then risk management, how risk will be managed. So there will be asked to draw it in one format, or maybe they will ask simply to draw a table as your own. So you can put risk triggers. Triggers means how what is the source of this risk, then who is the risk owner. Response means what will be the response to encounter these risks, and how what are the resources needed to encounter this risk. So you need to list down these things, and also you need to put it in the project proposal. It can be a very short half-page risk analysis, but you need to put it. Tabular risk analysis is the best because it shows the things as it is rather than writing in a paragraph. Now, sustainability plan, which is a must. Donors wants to see that their monies are not going in vain, and they wants to see that the project are sustaining even after the closure of the project. So you have to draw a very carefully developed sustainability plan. You have to show that your project will sustain, and that sustain must be result oriented. Means it's not something utopic, something dreamy, but you need to put the real thing in real way. Simple, real language, not superficial, very verbatim, very literally enriched words. You don't need to put. You need to put simple lines like uh, you will create, you are implementing a child abuse reduction project where you have child clubs. So if you don't have funds, child clubs will not exist because there will be no facilitator, no materials. So how will you make sure that show that the donor will trust it? It's maybe you simply write child club will have a child club management committee, and committee will run the child club, and child club will work as it is under the supervision of child club management committee. So now they don't understand, okay, there will be a committee, the committee will run the child club. So now they will understand that even after the completion of the project, the child club will exist, will sustain. So that is the sustainability plan. Now CRM, you can write it in meal plan part, but also some donors ask that how you will ensure CRM means how will the complaint and response mechanism will work. So you have to write the method of complaint, what measures will be taken, and who is responsible to manage CRM, and how reporting will happen, and how the CRM will be maintained. So you have to write it in short paragraph, but clearly in simple languages. Then the exit plan. What will be the exit plan? Because no project will stay forever. So what will be the exit plan? You have to write down the exit plan with dateline and responsible persons. Then appendices. Maybe the donor asked detailing of some points like budget, risk management plan, project policies or organizational policies, list of staff members, even their CVs, budget forecasting, contract documents, code of conduct, audit report, annual report, gender policy, financial stability report. So many things donor may ask you to submit. Maybe you are asking those things in other in other different files or as attachment, but do have an appendix at the end of the project proposal where you will write that we have submitted these things. And if your organization have a website or a drive link, put the drive link also there, the HTTP link. And references. It's true that we study some material, some research reports, and some books. So please put the references with internet links, and for sure follow a referencing method or citation method and put it at the end of the project proposal, or also as footnote or endnote if you want to add, and that will make your project proposal more trustworthy. So to write a quality project proposal, you need to take care of some technical issues, like you need to do research, some Googling, some discussion with colleagues, interview with people, idea sharing. Then please draft the first draft with mistakes, no problem. Then write it down, share with colleagues, take their feedbacks, take notes and comments. Then now sit back again for second draft. You took some notes, comments, edits, put all the things in the second draft. Now prepare it and share with your colleagues. Then come back, final check, then check some technical issues. What? Word limits, grammar, language, cohesion, coherence, preciseness, correctness, integrity, font size, italicizing, bolding, these things, these technical things, and also the table, color, then page size, page orientation, so these things. There is a reminder, don't try to write ideal proposal, just place your case clearly. We don't need to write a world-class project proposal, but put your case in simple, understandable language. You don't need to be an expert in English, but put your word as it is, the way you want to it be in place. Now your project proposal is ready. If you have any questions, then we'll talk about. Otherwise, we'll go to see some project proposals, maybe one or two, then we'll end the session. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, maybe we'll close the presentation. Then let me show you some project proposal. Okay, it's not the one I wanted to show. So let me show you a very simple project proposal. The project's name is, now you see, I put a name to the project. Inclusive Leadership for Inclusion and Accessibility ILIA project. Then the introductory materials, then the introduction to the project, then a simple context analysis, which is only half page with some references. You see there some references. Then project strategy, where I put some strategic choices like lack of access to the person with disabilities in rights existing in the community. Person with disabilities are not getting a friendly educational institution, where I put also the references as footnote. Person with disabilities and their family members are not updated on the relevant government laws, policies, gender issues, and need for psychosocial care. Now target groups. There is a now analysis of beneficiaries. We have men with disabilities 20, women with disabilities 40. Target group adolescent 13 to 18 years, youth 19 to 35 years. Now geographical location, Chattogram City Corporation, project objectives and indicators. So we put project objectives. So we have one long-term objective, one immediate objective. Then project outline. This is the project outline. So you can write it here in using some blocks. Then project activities. Outputs and activities. So outputs as, and also with each output there are some activities. Once activities are done, now project action plan. This is output 1, it has some activities. So now look at this. This is activity 1.1. This is the action plan of this project. This activity 1.1. Now we have some action plan. These are the actions. To complete project activity 1.1, we need to finish these things. Now activity 1.2. It has also an action plan. These are the actions. So that's how we draw the action plan for each project. Then output 2, activity 2.1, activity 2.2, output 3, activity 3.1, activity 3.2. Out and then now budget. What is the total budget? With project duration. Then a short brief of the cost, as donor wants to see it. Now project management, how project will be managed. So 9.1 decision making, who will make decisions? We draw an organogram, project organogram. ED, under ED program manager will work, under program manager project manager will work, under project manager these persons will work. Then monitoring, reporting and accountability. So how it will happen, we write this through paragraphing. Then CFM, complaint and feedback mechanism, means CRM. How complaints will be handled. Then sustainability plan. Look, there is a sustainability plan. Then exit strategy. How what is our exit plan from the project? Then risk and assumptions. There is an analysis of risk and assumption. Then enclosure, means references and with links. And now this is the project proposal. So never expect that all the project proposals in the world are the same, but different project has different project proposals. So now, if you have any final question, you know that we have another session from 3 p.m. 7 p.m.
Hello.
Please, sir.
Yes, I'm relatively new to. This is the first time I've been taken throughout to write the project proposal, and I'm most grateful. Is it possible to share the outline so that as a beginner I can follow it and come up with something?
Yes, all the materials will be shared with you. If you take and pass the MCQ test at the end of this masterclass today, by tonight, I'll share an MCQ multiple choice question in the WhatsApp group and Skype group. Please download the multiple choice question and fill up the question and send the answer to an email address which will be printed in the questionnaire. If you pass the multiple choice question, then you will be given a certificate, and also all the materials will be shared with you. So any more question, please?
Yes, sir. This one is a little digression. There was a link or an advert about upcoming postgraduate diploma. Hello.
Okay.
How is the nature like? Because I'm getting something like there will not be lectures or so. I don't know whether that is it, or there will be presentations like you did now. Then there will be a follow-up assignment for us to complete.
I think each assignment has its own merit, and so if you finish the assignment, I think it will enrich you. At the same time, regarding project postgraduate diploma, our next all the courses from January is online, means there will be no live classes. You will be shared the materials and all the video links. So you will watch the videos, you will read the materials, you will finish the assignment. So and you submit the assignment. There will be no live classes like this year and the previous year. So from next year, we are fully online distance education. There will be no live classes. We'll share the video links and materials and also assignments. So you can get admitted at any time on your convenient time, and you could finish the course at your own convenient time and from your own place.
Okay, my next question is: it only at the postgraduate diploma level, or there are others?
We are offering different postgraduate diplomas like project management, program management, and many other affiliated institutions we have. From each affiliated institutions, we are offering different postgraduate diplomas so that one can avail their professional standards from us. But I would request you to check our links we share in the Facebook, and you can understand what types of professional standards you want to achieve, and if it aligns with your expectation, you can knock us mentioning what standards you want, and then we can provide you personalized help and or suggestions or any other things if we can provide to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You are welcome. I would be very happy to see you in the session from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., which is very important because if you cannot draw a project budget, your project proposal is incomplete. And if you don't know how to draw a project budget as a project manager, you are incomplete. So please take part in that session. And also, if you want to understand project cycle management, you need to really interact with people. And in that session, we also talk about project cycle management or PCM. Please join with us in that session, and I'll hope to see you again. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.